Ah, the joys of motoring journalism, getting hold of brand new cars, testing them and telling you all about them. Except, of course, this isn't a new car. This is the Citroen Xsara. You're right, you've seen thousands of them around, and they've been around a good few years. This is what's different. It's got a new engine. And it's a diesel. And if at that point you look heavenwards and groan and say, "Ah, come on, diesels, slow, noisy, inefficient, boring." Give me a few minutes of your time, and I might just convince you otherwise. The ride and handling of this car is very good indeed. It's not exceptional, but it's okay. And it is supremely comfortable. Behind the wheel, everything falls to hand easily, and really, really comfortable seats. Best I've sat in for a very long time. It's also remarkably quiet, especially at motorway speeds, partly because the engine's only doing less than 2,500 RPM at 70, but also because this new diesel engine really is very, very refined, probably the quietest diesel I've known, and Citroen say that this is actually quieter than the petrol engine Xsara models. The usual criticism of a diesel engine car like this is that although there is plenty of power and torque available, it all comes in a very narrow range of revs. Now, although that means that you get lots of grunt low down, so you don't have to thrash the thing to get anywhere, it also means that sometimes, for example, when you're overtaking, you kind of run out of engine and you're forced into making a gear change just when you really don't want to make one. This engine cures that problem. If any diesel drives like a petrol engine, let me assure you, this is the one. When you look at the figures on paper, they're not actually that exceptional. After all, 90 brake horsepower out of a 2-litre diesel ain't no great shakes. VW Audi managed 90 brake horsepower and indeed 110 brake horsepower out of an engine that's slightly smaller than this one. What makes this one so very different is that 90% of that torque, the pulling power if you like, is available right the way through the rev range. What that means in practice is that fourth gear will take you from 25 miles an hour to over 100 miles an hour. I think it's fair to say that that VW Audi 1.9 diesel engine, available in two forms remember, a 90 brake and 110 brake, has up until now been the benchmark. Me personally, I ran one of those vehicles. I had the Audi A4 and did 50,000 miles in it and really, really liked it, so I'm a diesel convert already, but I have to say to you, this is a better engine. Acceleration and top speed figures are almost identical to the Xsara 1.6i petrol engine. However, it returns 54.3 to the gallon as opposed to the petrol engine's 38.7. In continental Europe, 1 in every 4 passenger cars sold has got a diesel engine. Here in the UK, we're nowhere near that. Admittedly, diesel fuel has a price advantage on continental Europe that it doesn't have here. Nonetheless, that combination of economy and performance that you get with an engine like this may push that figure an awful lot higher, because it certainly deserves to be looked at if you're shopping for a vehicle in this class.